In 1779, in a steep valley in England, a group of engineers did something that had never been done in human history. They built a bridge out of cast iron. Before this, bridges were made of stone or wood. Iron was too precious, too difficult to work with. But this was the start of the Industrial Revolution. They had a new material, something stronger, lighter, and more versatile than anything that had come before. But here was the catch. Even though they had a revolutionary new material, they didn't know how to think in a revolutionary way to utilize that material. They built the iron bridge using woodworking joints, where they used dovetails, mortises, and tenons, joints that were meant for trees to hold together tons of metal. We do the same thing. We try to build a new life, a life of freedom, or a simple life, but we are still using the old joints of status, anxiety, and external validation to hold it together. Welcome back to the Simple Tapes. This is your friend Vinny. It's Sunday, hear the Rust Belt. I'm looking at a Google photo of that same iron bridge called the Iron Bridge at Coalbrookdale in England. It's beautiful, but if you look closely at the arches, you can see the wooden logic hiding in the iron. The wooden logic hiding in the iron. We talked about finding the glow in the dirt and sitting the rust back the past few weeks, but today we're talking about structural integrity. We're talking about why you can't build a simple life using complex joints. We are talking about the stone joint. There is a term in psychology called cognitive inertia. It's the tendency to use old mental models to solve new problems. It's why the first automobiles looked like horseless carriages. They even had a place to put the whip. Fun fact. We are living in an era of iron. We have more freedom, more information, and more opportunity for simplicity than any of our ancestors throughout history. We have the new material, but our joints, the way we connect our work to our self-worth, or our hobbies to our status, are still made of stone. We try to be simple, but we use the stone joint of comparison. We try to be free, but we use the stone joint of perfectionism. Guilty as charged on my end. The material has changed, but the architecture hasn't. So the Iron Bridge at Coalbrookdale is still standing today. It's a masterpiece. But from an engineering standpoint, those wooden joints are a mistake. They are inefficient. They don't take advantage of the way iron actually works. Iron wants to be bolted. It wants to be cast in long, sweeping curves. It doesn't want to be notched like a piece of oak. The engineers were afraid. They didn't trust the iron yet, so they forced it to act like wood because wood was safe. Wood was what they knew. When we start a project like the Simple Tapes, or when we try to decompress our lives, we often do the same. We get simple tools, but we use them with our hustle brain. We turn simplicity into a new type of achievement. We turn self-care into a new type of work. We are forcing our new freedom to act like our old prison. So, a little bit of a confession. I am a master of that stone joint. I decided to start this ordinary and simple project because I was burnt out. I had the new material of a creative outlet, but within 2 weeks, I was just checking the status of my Substack. I was comparing my simplicity to other people's simplicity, aka their Substacks. I was building a bridge to freedom, but I was using the same old insecurity dovetails to put it together. I realized I wasn't building a new bridge. I was just painting my old stone bridge to look like iron. So here's my challenge to you this week. Check your joints, both your physical joints and your metaphorical joints. Look at one new thing that you are doing, a new hobby, a new routine, or even listening to this podcast. Ask yourself, what is the joint holding this together? Are you doing it because it feels strong? Because it feels like iron, strong, internal, and authentic? Or are you doing it with a stone joint to prove a point, to look smart, or to keep up with someone else? This week, try to find the one place where you're using wooden logic for an iron life. Admit that the old way of connecting things doesn't work for the new material you're holding. Stop trying to notch the metal. Just let it be strong. New lives require new architecture. Stop building for a world that doesn't exist anymore. And hey, one small thing before you go. I have an old cast iron skillet in my kitchen. If I try to join that skillet to another pan, maybe using a wooden dovetail, it would snap. Metal doesn't play by the rule of wood. You are made of stronger stuff than you think. Stop trying to fit into the old notches. Till next week, this is your friend Vinny. Keep it ordinary, keep it simple.